Hi, let's talk about SQL Server data types and constants. So in this tutorial, we'll talk about data types, explain data types, and what are the interview questions related to data types. We'll also go through constants a bit in the demo. So what are data types? A data type is an identifier that specifies the types of data that the column can hold. So let's say if you are looking for employee ID, you know that employee ID is going to be a number ranging between 100 to any number incremented by 1. So we know that this is going to be integer. So what we do to the employee ID column, we assign a data type integer. Similarly, for employee names, we are going to assign it to a string, so that is again another data type. Then we think about date of birth, and we know date of birth is a specific date, so we can store date and time value for this. The basic data types are categorized as number, string, date, binary. Then we have variant, and then special data types as well. So let's quickly, before even going to constants, let's quickly have a look on the data type. So to go through the data types, we can go to docs.microsoft.com, and then we can go for SQL Server. We can go for the desired version of SQL Server to get more details about data types. Now if we see here in the numeric, again we have various other options: big int, we have int, small int, and thin int. All these are again have a different range there. Then you have numeric data type. Bit is again 0 1 value. Then you have decimal, small money, and money. And then on approximate numeric, we have float and real numbers. Then for date and time, we see date time offset, date time to small date time, and time. So you can go through all these options, and if you want to go know more about these data types, you can click on the specific data type and get the detail in the document. So it will tell you what kind of data it is going to store, and what are the ranges, size and ranges, everything will be explained here, and you will also see some examples associated with that, so that you can follow up. Now let's go and try to understand what are constants. So any data which cannot be changed is considered as constant. So if we, in an expression, if we are using say 1 into 2, these values are going to be constant. This value of 1 cannot be changed, value of 2 cannot be changed. But if we are using some variables in the expression, say x into y, definitely we can go and assign different values to x and y. Now what are the interview questions which we normally get on data types? So what is the difference between char and varchar? So what happens when we define char? It, whatever length we give, char will take that much length. Even if we are adding a value less than that length, it will append space at the end of the string. But for varchar, let's say if I am putting a length 20 and if I am adding only 2 characters, the length, data length will be only 2. Then what is the difference between varchar and nvarchar? It's nvarchar normally stores Unicode characters, and varchar will not allow Unicode characters. So we'll check all these there in a demo as well. So what is the difference between datetime and datetime 2? There is minor difference between datetime and datetime 2. Datetime 2 is uh, gives more accurate value to uh, on millisecond decimal points. So we can see the for date time the millisecond goes to 3 digits only in the decimal point, but if you'll see for date time 2 it goes up to 7 or 8 digits. So let's quickly jump onto demo. So we'll open SQL Server and we have three questions. So first question is difference between char and varchar. So what we'll do, we'll define two variables. To define the variable, we use declare statement and @ variable name. Let's say name as char var, and we are making it as a char of size 5. Another variable we will make as a varchar type. So and we'll put varchar of type size 5. Now what we are going to do, we will assign some values. So to char var we'll assign AB, and then to char varchar we'll assign the same AB. Now what happens to the length? Let's see. So to get the exact data length, we'll use data length function, and then we'll pass char var, and then char varchar. Now both are of size 5 and we are assigning only 2 length. But when you see for char, you see 5 as a length, but for char varchar we are seeing 2. Now let's see what it does. As I told earlier that it appends spaces to the rest of the size. So let's quickly do a select the data and see what it does. So we'll copy and paste it in a empty string and we'll see what it shows. So for char var you can see there are trailing spaces, but for char varchar we don't see that. So where to use varchar and where to use char? So in case if you are sure that this is going to be a short code kind of thing, let's say product code which is going to be 3 character long most of the time, then we can go ahead and use char. But if we see some names are there or description is there which we know that the length can vary from to a maximum of say 100 characters, then we'll go ahead with the varchar. Now why we need char? Why shouldn't we use varchar everywhere? Because see, char gives you one flexibility that in char type the compression and the indexing, all these things are going to work much better than char varchar. So that's why if we see certain situations like product code etc, we must go ahead and use char instead of varchar. Now we'll move on to the second question. So the second question was varchar and varchar. So let's say char var we are defining as varchar, and char varchar we are defining as varchar. Now copy star hopefully star comes as a Unicode character. Now I think I'll have to copy some Unicode characters from web page. Let's go ahead and search that. So I have got one Unicode character, and this is 5 pointed star, and this 5 pointed star is actually Arabic character. So let's see what happens if we are assigning that to a varchar value and if we are assigning that to a n varchar value. So for n varchar we'll put n and then we show. So you can see that the first one is not able to show it properly because it just understands non-Unicode characters only. Now we cannot do that to that because anyway it will not give you any Unicode. It automatically will convert it into non-Unicode and then it will give you the result. So this is why we use nvarchar, that in case if we feel that we are going to add certain Unicode characters, we should go ahead and use nvarchar. Now next question is difference between datetime and datetime2. Let's quickly check that as well. So let's make first one as date time and second one as datetime2. As we told that there is minor difference on the millisecond only, so we'll use current date time for both and let's see what results we are getting. So you can see here that the millisecond portion is extended a bit in the date time too. So this was a short description of data types. Thank you.